right, that was Fugazi with Smallpox Champion off their album In on the Kill Taker. Before that, we had The Descendants with Marriage off Two Things at Once. Before that, we had The Outcasts with Self-Conscious Over You. Before that, we had Department S with I Want. And starting off that short but powerful music set, we had X with Los Angeles. On the phone with me now, I've got our eyes in the sky. Our new traffic correspondent, Cashews Whipwater. Cashews, how you doing, bud? I hope you're getting enough oxygen up there.
I'm 3 stories up, Jimmer. Of course I have enough oxygen.
Wait, you're only 3 stories up. I mean, that's kind of low. I don't want you to be endangering anybody with your helicopter.
I'm stationary, Jimmer. I told you last time we spoke. I wasn't going to step foot in another one of them flying machines. I can see enough of the street down below. I can provide your listeners with your precious little traffic report.
Well, I'm not sure that's going to be much of a benefit. I was hoping you'd be up, high in the air so you'd be able to see the roadways and, give a full traffic report. I mean, I don't understand how 3 stories up, that point of view is going to do my listeners any good.
Well, for starters, I can see farther than those scumbags on the first and second floors. And secondly, I told you already, I wasn't getting in any helicopter. Did my time back in the skies during the war, when I was part of the elite team known as the Tippy Angels. See, back during the war, they didn't have fancy things like radio to let people know about what's going on. That's why they had to use us. That's why we had to use Morse code. See, they put us up in the airplanes, armed to the gills with our rifles, a parachute, and our trusty pair of military-grade tap shoes. And at night, they'd turn the planes up to the sky, and we'd do our duty. We'd jump out of them planes, tap our shoes together, tap, 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 and send a message to our troops below saying, nighttime, time to go to sleep.
All right. Yeah, I think I have heard your story about the Tippy Angels and the Tippy Dancers before. But look, I mean, I got permission to do this to bring you on the air because I was going to get some sort of traffic report. So do you have one? Do you have a traffic report for me?
Yeah, I can see a few cars out there, Jimmer. So they're moving a bit. So there's traffic. I can see some cars and trucks. Just good old-time traffic.
Okay. When you say out there, could you be a little more specific?
I'm afraid I can't do that, Jimmer. I've already told you I'm on the 3rd floor. I start handing out my street. I'm going to have fans combing the streets looking for me, reminiscent of when I did bodyguard work for Patrick Stewart back in the 70s.
Wait a second. You did bodyguard work for Sir Patrick Stewart from Star Trek?
Yep, the one and only. Yeah, you see, back in the 70s, Mr. Stewart liked going antiquing on the weekends, but he needed some hired hands to help him out. I took position on his right flank all times, meaning I got to hold the various knickknacks he'd pick out prior to purchasing. He'd love to go shopping with a theme, you see. Like one time we went to look for items that had a sports theme. That's what led to his purchase of an antique Tiger Electronics handheld game of Quidditch. It's a wonderful find.
Wait a second. So you'd go antiquing. What kind of antique store are you talking about that would sell electronic toys that were vintage? And also, I don't know that you can qualify Quidditch as a sport because that's from Harry Potter. And that actually came out way after the 70s.
That's, Jimmer, it's a sport, Jimmer, and I can't be handing out any of this information either. You see, Danny DeVito and I still go antiquing on occasion. We don't want you or any of your fans scooping up our best finds. I think we're close to completing our set of historical collector spoons from the Civil War era.
Okay, I'll get to those spoons in just a second, but you're saying you go antiquing also with Danny DeVito.
Yeah.
And is this also you're in some sort of bodyguard / protection capacity when you're doing this?
Oh, of course. That's why they hire me. But also, I mean, we're also on a friendly terms, you know. I call him Bubbles.
You call Danny DeVito Bubbles.
Yes.
Have you ever met the beautiful Rhea Perlman?
No, he keeps her locked up in the basement. But we go out usually during the middle of the week, since I still occasionally go out with with some other. I can't express everyone that I do my duty for.
Wow.
You know.
Okay. Well, anyway, you were saying something. You collect Civil War collector spoons.
Civil War collector spoons, yeah. Burger King had a run a while back during the Civil War time frame. I collected several of them spoons back then, but I still need to get a General Custer and Professor Plum.
Okay, wait, hold on one second. I just need to clarify one more thing again. So you said Burger King was giving away collectors' Civil War spoons, and this was during the Civil War?
During Civil War, yeah, they'd hand them out. Now I hate to have to do this. It was during when you had the Happy Meal. I was a little old at the time, but you get it with the Happy Meal, and you had to say, no, I'm a boy, because if you said, I'm a girl, or if it's for a girl, they'd hand you a little tiny doll, the paper doll with fabric hair.
Okay, but I'm still kind of sorry to cut you off there, Cashews. But I'm still a little hung up on the fact that there was, first of all, you were alive during the Civil War is what you're telling me?
Yeah.
Okay. And there was Burger Kings back then, and you would go to them.
Well, yeah. That's what we did back then.
Okay. All right. Okay. And so that would make you, I mean, you're pushing 200 years old?
Don't like to reveal my true age there, Jimmer, but
that's fine.
Let's say if we round up, it's pretty close.
Okay, so, and you're still doing bodyguard work for Sir Patrick Stewart and Danny DeVito.
And Bubbles, yeah.
But you call him Bubbles. Okay, and he keeps Rhea Perlman locked in the basement. All right, let's move on. Okay, so you said, you're looking for those two last collector spoons. You need General Custard and Professor Plum?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just say hypothetically those two remaining spoons do exist. What are you planning on doing once you get the whole set?
Tantric sex.
Can you repeat that?
Tantric sex.
Tantric sex.
Yeah.
And you need the spoons in order to be able to do that.
No. I mean, that's just what I'm going to do. You asked what I'm going to do. That's my plan. You got to have a plan, Jimmer.
Okay, so why would that be the next step after finishing your spoon collection?
It just sounds really festive, I'm going to draw wieners on all my California raisins too. Now I'm going to be to them what Richard Avison was to the American West.
Okay, wait, hold on one second. Could you repeat that again? What are you going to do?
I'm going to draw wieners on all my California raisins, all of them.
Okay.
Yeah, it's important for them. Like I said, I look up to Richard Avedon. He was an inspiration to me for the American West. That's what I'm going to be to those California raisins.
Okay.
Their new embodiment with their new wieners.
Okay. All right. And what else?
Get some tacos.
Okay. Well, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Well, thank you, Cashews, for the brilliant traffic report. We didn't really find out what was going on with the traffic, but we sure found out a lot about you, didn't we?
And, Jimmer, that's what your fans are going to say. It's not only a brilliant piece of journalism, but also the best doggone traffic report this side of the Windy City. This has been Cashews Whipwater. I got to go by.
All right. Thank you, Cashews. That was Cashews Whipwater, everybody, with a very interesting, I guess we can call it a weather report. Or not a weather report, a traffic report. I'm going to be digesting that one for a little bit. While I'm doing that, here is, by request, the Magnetic Fields with I Think I Need a New Heart on 88.7 WLUW, the Wooden Breakfast Program.